Okay guys, let's see if this is working. As usual, it takes me a few minutes to get started. 1 second guys. Let's see. Okay guys. Yep, I'm live. Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm gonna be doing a very quick test on SoulCalibur 6. This is the full release. I got a little late with it, so I'll be doing like a 30-minute stream because I have something else to do. So I found like 30 to 40 minutes to do this stream and show you the performance. I'll be doing the actual analysis, the usual tests, on Monday on the 1050 Ti and 1060, then on Tuesday the 750 Ti, so you can see how the game performs. So let's get started. Hello guys, hello, how are you doing? Nice to see you here. Hola Insta, sí, fuiste el primer comentario. ¿Cómo andas? So let's go to the options menu. Vamos al menú opciones. And as you can see, I'm using the maximum settings on 1080p. Ajustes máximos en 1080p. Maximum. So yeah, nothing else to see here, as you can see. So let's jump straight into the game. I'll be doing just the arcade mode using Geralt of Rivia. I don't know how to play the game, but I'll learn in the get-go, I guess. So I'll get started right away. En ruso te escribe... Sí, algunos escriben en ruso. Hello Russian people, nice to see you here. It's Geralt versus Kilik, I think.
A merchant ship replete with riches attracts more chaos.
Let me skip this.
Are you sure? Battle 1.
Okay, so far we're getting kicked in the face. I'm getting 60 frames per second at least, but I don't know what I'm doing. Oh Jesus. I don't know how I did that, but I did it. Pretty cool. I don't know how to dodge. That's how I grab. Let's see. Yeah, already at a loss. I don't know how to block yet. GeForce 560 on Monday and Tuesday. But it should be totally fine. This is a fighting game. It's using 20% of the CPU. So yeah, this shouldn't be a problem. So far I'm staying at 60. On other stages it will be harder, I guess, to know what's going on. I now know how to block with A on the Xbox controller. Almost. I got him. I'm using an Xbox controller, as you can see, Xbox 360 controller. Saludos, me recomiendan RX 560 para Overwatch y Black Ops 4. Sí, debería funcionar. En Black Ops 4 te recomiendo bajarle a 900p o 720p. Is this Witcher 3 Dark Souls Edition? Yeah, exactly. Okay, it's not that hard to control, it's very simple. I have to say Geralt fights way better than Witcher 3 in this game. He looks cooler so far. 4? How many rounds? Jesus. Yeah, so far at least in this stage we're getting 60 frames per second and we got like 70% GPU usage. So that's very, very positive. The game feels very smooth. I'm using a controller once again. Whoa. And I got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Yeah, we got him. Good stuff. I like the replays. Most basic thing ever. But there we are. Okay, hopefully this one is more demanding. That's what I'm looking for, the most demanding stage. Okay, I don't know who that guy is. Nah, whatever. Are you streaming with a single PC? No, I'm using a separate computer, as you can read in the description. Witcher. No, don't show me. That's creepy. Not a good start. I'm just mashing buttons, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, considering the amount of effects on screen, we're not dropping below 60. That's a very good thing. As you could see, we got into 95% GPU usage, but we didn't go that high to get below 60 frames per second. So yeah, I will just enable VSync in this case. 1080p seems to be totally fine. Not going to try 4K. Give me 1 second. I need to play a little bit more on other stages to see the performance hit. But yeah, I'll test 1440p and 4K if I had enough time. Thanks Sahandra Malek for the 20 Indian rupees. I now know the currency you use. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. As always, on most of the streams I do. Much appreciated. And what's Sagakita? I said something bad, right? That was something bad. Was this run on 2080 Ti at 900p? Probably not. You have to use medium settings. But if you put the resolution scale at 50%, nah, I'm kidding. It will run at 4K at 60 frames per second. I expect this to run at 4K just fine even at 1060. Another thing to mention is that the VRAM usage is very low. We're below 2 gigabytes. So the 1060 3 gigabytes will be very interesting. But yeah.
The desire for power leads the warriors to the
Okay, this one shouldn't be that demanding. It's just desert. Yeah, this is oh, this is running a little bit worse than the other one for some reason. Can you try GTX 1060 3GB today? Probably not. I'm very short on time. I'm waiting for a message to arrive to my phone to get out of my house. So this is a very not planned stream. We'll see what happens. Maybe we are lucky. But right now, this is what I have, 1050 Ti. I would expect almost, yeah, a very big improvement to the 1060 on higher resolutions. But right now, this is what we have. I'm very short on time, unfortunately. I'm so sorry. I'm here in Japanese. Oh, I get it. I probably pronounced it not in Japanese. That was very easy. I'm not even looking at the screen. It's ridiculous.
fight to your
Hola, Vampire Gothica. ¿Cómo estás? Do you think the GTX 1050 is worth it? I will play Fortnite and fighting games like Dragon Ball. Do you think it's worth the upgrade? I didn't read what card you had before. Give me 1 second. Oh, you have a GT 1030. Yeah, I think it will be worth the upgrade if you're not planning on playing anything else. It will be almost double the performance, pretty much. So yeah, I think it's a worthy upgrade. Or get an RX 570. Those are usually very close in price. And they perform better than the GTX 1050 Ti. ¿Cuánto pesa el juego? La descarga fueron 12 GB. Así que no pesa mucho. La descarga. Can we feel like Spider-Man in this game? Yes, of course. You can feel like Spider-Man with the Witcher gear, which is awesome. I couldn't believe I would say that in a stream. Pretty fantastic. The game looks hype. I'm assuming you're mashing buttons, but it makes you look like you know what you're doing. Yeah, exactly. I'm just mashing square, triangle, and R1. I'm as basic as that. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just reading chat and pretending I know what I'm doing. As you can see, I'm just mashing the same button over and over. Probably because this is the normal difficulty. On higher difficulties, that's probably not a good strategy. But who knows? That's how I am with fighting games. Hola Nacho F, ¿cómo estás? ¿Todo bien? Yeah, I mean, I didn't even get hit. I'll probably use a higher difficulty. But so far, this one seems to be running a little better compared to the previous one. We're at 76% GPU usage, the other one was hitting 80 more often. But still a very small difference. I like that the levels so far seem to be balanced, the performance on each of the stages. Oh yeah, this is looking boring. I'll probably change to 1440p and see what happens. Con 8 GB de RAM podrá correr, sí, por supuesto. Como podés ver en pantalla, estamos usando menos de 4 GB de RAM. Estamos usando 3766 megabytes. I was saying in Spanish that the RAM usage, someone asked me if with 8 GB of RAM you can run it just fine. And so far the answer is yes. The RAM usage at the moment is 3765 megabytes. So we're below 4 gigabytes. So yeah, no worries whatsoever. 8 gigabytes is more than enough for this one. Yeah, it's pretty nice, Dark Master. Agreed. Es raro escucharte cambiar de idioma tan fácil, linda string. Sí, para mi cerebro ahora es normal, pero pa. Sí, te hace un mind rape increíble. Is a GTX 1066 gigs along with an i3-8100 a good deal? It depends on the games you want to play. CPU-intensive games won't reach 60 frames per second due to the CPU-intensive stuff. As an example, Battlefield 1 or Battlefield 5 will drop below 60 frames per second on very intensive multiplayer matches with 64 players. But other than that, on most other games, it should be fine. He's kicking my ass now. This is not easy anymore. Yeah, I was thinking about the same. The particle effects are not destroying the graphics card. Considering this, I think it's Unreal Engine 4. Usually those are a big hit to the frame rate. But when there are a lot of effects on screen, especially when I did one of those big attacks, the maximum I saw was 95% GPU usage. And we didn't drop below 60, so I think it's a win-win at the moment. Sí, el juego está muy bien optimizado. Es de la gente que hizo Tekken 7, así que era de esperarse. The developers here are the same that made Tekken 7, as far as I know. So I was expecting good performance from the get-go. But it's good to have an assurance that that's the case. I mean, so far it's been a smooth sailing so far. So far 2 times. I say so far a lot. So far. But yeah. Okay. He almost killed me. i3-7100 is the same, you think? It has 2 cores and 4 threads. This processor that I have here has 4 cores and 4 threads. But this game is not CPU intensive at all, it's GPU intensive. As you can see, we're pretty much at 20% CPU usage. So I don't think it will be a big deal with that CPU. With 4 gigs of RAM, 2 core 4 thread CPU and this card, you should be totally fine for 60 frames per second. Let's see. That's pretty cool. Yeah, as you can see there, it jumped to 95% GPU usage, but it was still at 60 frames per second, so yeah, good stuff. Okay guys, let's try 1440p. This is getting boring. Let's try 1440. And give me 1 second guys, I gotta quit. Let me see if this stage destroys performance, probably not. And yeah, let's see what happens. Okay, this one seems to be a little more expensive, so I'll be testing this one on the final video, probably. Yeah, this stage uses 80% instead of 75%, which is a small difference, but still, I think that could make a difference with lowering cards. Let's swap to 1440 now. We go into the graphics settings, we switch to 1440. Okay. So this is 1440p, let me change the status, 1440p max settings. This will probably drop us below 60 frames per second, but if that happens, I'll quit the fight. Whoa, mistake, sorry about that guys. I effed it up. Okay, 1440, as I said. And let me adjust very quickly the overlay so you can see the frame rate. There we go. And there we go. Okay, 60 frames per second there in the menu. Let's see what happens in a battle. Blah 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 blah. Okay, Hopefully it will allow me to select the stage.
Of history retold. Geralt,
Show me what you got.
Alright.
ASRock.
And let's see, which stage was that? I think it was this one. Yeah, it was this one. Let's try that one. If it drops below 60, I'll be going back into the menu and try it again.
Blood, flesh, and
Geralt.
battle. One.
Okay, so far here we're dropping below 50 frames per second. So it's slow motion as expected. So yeah, let's go back into the menu and do some tweaking because that's not a good one. It drops below 50 and we need 60s on this game, on fighting games. I'm going to be dropping the post-processing is usually the bad one. Let's put that on medium and the effects on medium as well because there are many of them. And shadows on high just to try stuff out. And let's give it a try, shall we? I'll be using battle versus whatever.
Welcome to the stage of history.
Yeah,
retold.
whatever.
Geralt,
Show me what you
ASRock.
got.
And the same stage as before. Hopefully now we get 60s. Come on, game. I need you right now.
Blood, flesh.
Geralt.
Battle. One.
Okay, now is over 50 frames per second, so this is pretty good. Let's play a little bit more, see what happens. Okay, when effects show up, can drop into the 50s. Oh, here we're not. Yeah, we're in control of the game. Never mind. I thought we weren't in control of the game, and he's kicking my ass. Awesome. Let's just mash square and hope for the best. And hoping for the best worked out. Whoa, my microphone is very loud.
Victory goes to the
Sorry about that.
stand.
But yeah, this one seems to be smooth enough. I'll hopefully just move a couple of things to medium, and that should be enough. I'll change the status. Sorry guys, I forgot. Max settings, but we're using medium effects and post process plus eyeshadows. That's pretty much the settings I'm using right now. Sorry, I forgot to update. And there we go. Okay, 1440. Using medium effects and post process on medium as well. And the shadows on high. That is enough to be over 50 frames per second so far on this stage. Now we dropped to 49 for a second. Nothing major. And so I was saying, yes, smooth enough. At least in my opinion. The controls feel good. I might lower shadows to medium or post process to low to get a more consistent frame rate. I'll be testing more stages now in the arcade mode, so we can know what's going on. But yeah, good performance so far. And the game still looks very good. A little different on the shadows, to be expected. And I'll use a higher difficulty so the CPU can kick my ass. The CPU, I mean the AI, can kick my ass without much of a problem. You'll be more interested than me mashing X on Xbox controller all the time. So yeah. Yeah, just mashing makes me win. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Probably in a higher difficulty setting, it won't be the same. Okay. Let's jump into arcade. We have easy, normal, and hard. Let's go for hard and see if mashing square helps out or not. Let me change one thing before that. Let's go into the options for one more time. And put the shadows on medium. And yeah, let's put anti-aliasing on medium as well. Just keep everything on medium excepting textures. And let me change the status. and put medium settings. And that was about it. Good. RIP G4560? No, not in a long run. At least not yet. We need to... I mean, in this game, not a chance. It runs just fine. I mean, not a chance it's dead. I just used the i3-8100 from the get-go. So no worries whatsoever. That's what I usually do. The G4560 will be tested on Monday, Tuesday on the other cards, once I do the final analysis. But okay. Okay, this character, yeah. Not a good family-friendly content. This is a Christian channel now. Ah, whatever.
Cross swords beneath the gaze of the
Medallions.
battle. One. Fight.
Yeah, I was trying to avoid this so I don't get the yellow monetization or monetization, I don't know how to pronounce it. But hey, that was automatic, so hopefully the advertisers like Ivy. Hopefully. Sorry for my calligraphy, I do not speak English. Is there a bottleneck with the Ryzen 3 1200, overclock 3.9 and RX Vega 656? Yeah, there should be. That's a very powerful GPU. But I mean, if you don't expect 60 frames per second on very CPU bound games, it should be fine. Just manage your expectations. Many games won't hit 60 frames per second all the time. But it should still be a completely playable experience, without a doubt. Okay, this is hard mode, and it's not hard, I'm just mashing buttons without any thought at all. So that's a little disappointing, to say the least. The game is blocked on 60 frames per second. Yes, fighting games are usually blocked to 60. Since the animations are, yeah, that same frame rate. I'm screwed. Okay, didn't drop below 60 yet, so this stage runs just fine. We'll see at 18 plus anime RPG games, yeah. Damn it. Damn you, Ivy. Damn you.
With you. Thanks.
Nice, a live stream. Yay, a short live stream. I'll be here for another 10 minutes, I think. Okay. Maybe in around, what was it? Yeah, 20 minutes. Now that I received the message, I have a little more time.
Medallions humming.
Why haste? Battle. One.
Okay. So I have still a little more time to play the game. That's 4K, maybe another GPU, we'll see. And this one seems, yeah, this stage seems to be a little more demanding. He destroyed me, now the game is hard. I jinxed it. But again, over 50 frames per second was fine, at least in this game. I didn't feel any big slowdowns. So no worries. Oh gee. Yeah, I'm screwed. Okay, now finally the game is difficult. He's destroying me. Now I remember how to block. Jesus. Come on. Let's just get serious for a second. Jesus. That was hard. Finally. Where are you from? The game's so boring. Tell us something about you. Well, I'm from Uruguay. I'm 22 years old. And there's not much longer to... Yeah, the stream won't last much longer. Jesus. But just ask stuff, I'll read it, and I'll try to answer. That'll be pretty much it. Alright. Come on. Gotcha. Almost. Oh, no. Damn it. So close. We said Jesus at the same time. That's hilarious.
So bravely.
I finally lose. 22 years old? Yes, that's correct, sir. This is not a Tinder date, you don't have to say that.
Flames of the world.
Oh well. You don't necessarily have to say that on a Tinder date. That's for sure. But I say my age anyways because that's a common question. I'll probably try 4K in a moment. Once I'm not going to win this. This guy, yeah, he's destroying me.
Static.
But that's fine.
Your last breath.
There's finally some difficulty. You're also 22. What a coincidence. Only a short stream, then my disappointment is immeasurable. My day is ruined. My day is ruined. Nah, don't worry. There's not much to say about this game though. I mean, on the performance side it's running fine. A lot of people find it very boring to watch fighting games on stream, especially if I just smash 2 buttons. I'm not skilled on fighting games, so that's all you get, but... Oh, you can throw him away. That's cool. So yeah, it will be a short stream, plus I have something else to do, unfortunately. So this is all we got right now. Well, that's alright. Okay, come on, I can beat you. Mash, 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 mash. And he got me again. Come on, let's cheese through this. Yes, finally. One more. Don't take matter, one more. Oh. Round 4, why? Oh hell. I tried. I failed. Yeah. I didn't even have a chance on this one. He destroyed me. Nightmare is the protagonist. Final battle. Oh, okay. Never mind. Holy. Yeah, when a lot of effects show up, I can feel the slowdown to 50 frames per second. But it's not unplayable, not by any means. Still, I think that I can lower post-processing to low, maybe keep another stuff on high, and the effects on medium, and that should be fine.
Claim victory.
Okay. Where are you from? I'm from Uruguay. How would you rate this game? I just played 30 minutes, so I cannot really say.
Need to investigate.
But it's not difficult enough, I think. This was on hard mode. This was the hardest one I played with so far, the difficulty. Now I'm going to try 4K very briefly because I know it will run pretty bad. But yeah, I cannot rate it right now. Only 30 minutes of gameplay, and I'm not a fighting game fan. I usually like Tekken and Mortal Kombat. Street Fighter is good, yeah, but it's too fast-paced for me. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I will rate it. Let me see 4K very quickly. Everything on the lowest. Hopefully we'll get something good out of it. Let me change this first so you can see the frame rate. Okay. There you are, frame rate. I found you. And okay. Let's try 4K lower settings. Change the status to 4K low settings. And yeah, let's just get back into the game. One more time. Yeah, let's put it on hard. And Geralt. Geralt of Witcher, the Rivia. IGN 9.3 out of 10. Enough thickness, no sauce. Girl returns with his. I got it. That's pretty cool. Too much water. Yeah, it looks nice on medium, to be honest. Yeah, I didn't notice a huge difference from high so far.
Warriors cross swords beneath the gaze.
Okay, so 4K, low settings. Okay, we're not hitting 60 frames per second anytime soon at 4K, as you can see. I can already feel the game in slow motion, to say it in some way. There are no shadows. So yeah, no, don't do 4K if you want on this card. I mean, Yoshimitsu, what? This is a Tekken character. What is he doing here? What the hell? Oof, I got him. Oof. Ultra textures. It wasn't medium textures. What do you mean? I kept textures on maximum. Textures are maxed out. What do you mean? It didn't say medium, it said maximum on textures. I'm awful at fighting games. The only fighting game series that I enjoy is Blast Blue. I never heard about it. I guess I'll have to look it up. Oh yeah, I'm surprised to see a Tekken character here. I remember him from Tekken 3 on PS1. Oh yeah, 4K is slow motion, pretty much. A little slow motion. Hey Santiago, I tried to use cam on my games, but for some reason benchmarks do not appear when the game starts. Do you have a fix? Have you tried pressing Shift then O? That's the key combination to get the overlay to show up. Some people usually forget about that. Oh yeah, I mean, avoid 4K. It feels very slow. 1440p medium is 1000% more worth it than this. 4K this card here, yeah. No shadows, no nothing. Yoshimitsu has been in this game since SoulCalibur 2 and 3. Really? I don't know. I just saw him on Tekken 3, so interesting. I didn't know that. He was one of my favorite characters on Tekken 3. Tekken 7 did not include Kazuma Kiryu. Yeah, I mean, it would be awesome to have Kiryu on Tekken. I think he will be a great character to have there. It fits perfectly. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Sahendra. Apparently he's been here since SoulCalibur 2. So not a surprise, maybe. Would you mind trying Nightmare next? Nightmare? What do you mean? That's a difficulty setting. Yeah, when effects show up I drop into the 40s. So yeah. Yeah, that was horrible, the slow motion. So yeah, I'll switch from 4K after this battle ends. Because this is not... Yeah, compared to 1080p and 1440p, this feels significantly worse, sorry. I did that and it doesn't work. And what game are you trying that Rich Ralph and BS? Which game did you try it? Many games don't work depending on what anti-cheat they have, on what engine. Sometimes it doesn't work. Alright, let's just switch back to something else. Yeah, this one is even worse. So yeah. 4K is a no-go. You're fast with benchmarks. Oh, thanks. Ukio82, thanks. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Yoshimitsu is a title. There are two different Yoshis. Sorry, I mess it up all the time. This is one right-handed and the one in Tekken is left-handed. Oh, I didn't know that. That's a pretty crazy fact. Thanks for the information. I wasn't aware of that at all. Let's go for max settings once again. So yeah, maximum settings 1080p for the millionth time. Let me see if I can put CPU versus CPU on the hardest difficulty. That will be interesting to see. CPU versus CPU, yes. Let's put it on very hard. Let's see how they battle with infinite time of 4 rounds.
Welcome to the stage of history.
And I'll change the... give me 1 second.
Show me what you got.
ASRock.
So yeah, let's put the stage that gave me the lowest performance, which was this one so far. And I'll change the status to 1080p Ultra.
Blood, flesh, and souls are offered to the gods amidst deathly chants.
Geralt of Rivia.
Battle 1. Fight.
Let's see how the CPU fights on its own. They are very good at the game, as you can see. And I have to show you the CPU, the FPS. I don't know why I said CPU. I feel very stupid now. So yeah, as you can see, the AI is pretty good at fighting itself. I can probably do that instead of playing myself when I do the benchmarks. That will be better footage instead of just mashing square. So yeah, let's watch a little bit more. Saludos de Argentina, saludos desde Uruguay. Enable GPU hotline if you have the option in device settings will make your life easier. What do you mean? Sí, todo bien por suerte. The CDS. I play in Sega Dreamcast, it's cool. And he got Geralt. Geralt didn't stand a chance.
It must be seized. Battle 3. Fight.
So yeah, not much to say about this one. It runs just fine. 1080p ultra settings is 60 frames per second all the time. Then at 1440p, if you use medium settings, ultra textures, you get 50 to 60 frames per second. 50 is where enough to feel the game very smooth, or smooth enough as I would say. On 4K, even at the lowest settings, we drop below 50 frames per second, which means that the game runs in slow motion. And that was about it. Just avoid 4K and you'll be fine.
Victory will not come easily. It must be seized.
But yeah, not much else to say. In a little bit I have to leave, yeah, in less than 10 minutes. So I won't be testing the 1060 right now. But if I have to guess, probably 1440p max will be fine. Then 4K medium should be around 60 frames per second, so I wouldn't have much of a problem with that, I think. We should have good numbers anyways. So yeah. Is there any FPS difference from 900p to 1080p? In this game there's none, because it's kept at 60 frames per second. So you'll still get 60 frames per second on 900p, because on 1080p we already got that on ultra settings. So yeah, don't expect any difference on that front. But yeah, the 1060 again, it will be 1080p 60 max settings, 1440p 60 probably will be max settings as well. And 4K on medium to low settings it should be 60 frames per second too, so I don't have any doubts about that so far. Once this battle ends, I'll be finishing the stream. As I said, a very short stream, 30 to 40 minutes. We are 38 minutes in. So if you want to watch the whole stream, I'll have a link. I'll publish it in the channel. I won't have a link down in the in the description. Never mind. But yeah, it will be published on the channel, so you can see it, see the performance, all that, everything I'm saying right now. Did you ever fix the hole in the wall? No, I didn't. I need to save up some money, because I have to pretty much remake part of the wall. There's a lot of humidity on that wall, so it's falling apart. That's expensive. Thanks. Can you try GT 1030? The GT 1030 was left behind. around 3 to 4 months ago, because there's a lot of games releasing plus a lot of GPUs. I don't have enough time, but just expect similar performance to the 750 Ti, which I'll test on Tuesday. Expect a few less FPS. And yeah, but it should be fine on 1080p if you use medium settings. I would expect 60 frames per second without much of a problem. Or 900p and 720p, again, 60 should be very easy to do. But yeah, this will be the stream. I'll finish it right now. We're 40 minutes in. Thank you guys so much for watching this very brief stream. I know it was very out of nowhere, but yeah, it was just because I have something else to do. I found a very small amount of time where I could do a time window to the stream to show you how the game performs overall. As you can see, it runs just fine, like most fighting games. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching and see you next time. And how did I... oh, here. Never mind. I was talking to myself. Bye 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 bye. Bye bye.